take my seat, go over there and knock on the door. Come in. Hello there, sit right down, make yourself comfortable. And I wanted to just ask you in passing, and very casually, did you see my advertisement in the yellow pages of the magazine? You didn't see that. Well, then how in the world did you know about coming to the office? What's that? Oh, was that recommended? Yeah. Well, that's awful nice to know. Who in the world would recommend me? Was it the Queen? It was Tom Silver that recommended me. I see. And, well, that's awful nice of Tom Silver. Did you pay him for the recommendation? You said, oh, I don't think he will. He's a very generous fellow, they tell me. I don't know him personally, but I've heard good things about him. And, you know, having a name of Silver is a good suggestion because it brings in silver to your pocket. You knew that. You didn't know that the name Silver tends to stimulate silver income? You didn't know that?
I think gold would be better.
No, but his name's not Gold. You see, if I was, you see, you and I are now getting acquainted. We're breaking down formal barriers. That's all. We're talking about things that are obviously utter nonsense, but it isn't nonsense at all. It's a communication of understanding one another, that we are able to joke together, laugh together, and communicate on an easy level. Now that we have made that commitment and that establishment, and we have, obviously we've set a pattern for ourselves that we have to adhere to. Otherwise, they'll think we're lying. So, tell me, what did you come to see me about?
Stop being frightened of flying.
Doing what?
To stop being frightened of flying.
Excuse me. You are frightened of flying?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
How long have you been frightened of flying?
All my life.
All your life.
This is the second time I flew. First time was okay, the second time I wasn't.
Did anything happen on the flight?
No, but there was a big air crash after.
A big what?
A big air crash after the first flight I took before I came back from my holiday.
I
So the day before there was a huge air crash.
I see. And you've held on to that all this time?
Yeah, I even dream about it.
Well, now, tell me, Jean, are there other things you do that with everything in life? Do you have something happen, such a disturbance in some place, and then you fear even driving in a car, or you fear, some people, you know, even fear to leave their house. They get so sold on an idea of fear.
Yeah, no, that's the only thing. That's the only thing.
Mm-hmm. You do feel that way?
Only about flying. Not about other things. No.
Other things you don't feel that way. Well, then don't you think maybe that we should associate flying along with all the other things you don't have any fear towards?
Yeah.
Would that be a good way to give you a suggestion?
Yeah.
Now, when I say suggestion, I'm not speaking in just the term of making a suggestion. I'm suggesting an idea to present to your inner mind, to your subconscious, that you will have no longer any fear of flying. Now, what don't you have any fear of doing?
Skiing.
Mm-hmm.
Driving.
Huh?
Driving. Skiing.
You don't have any trouble fear of driving. Well, then, wouldn't it be smart of us working together to have you relate flying to driving?
Yes. Yes.
And then you'll have no fear of flying anymore. Well, what if it went the other way and you became fearful of driving? You wouldn't like that. Well, then that won't happen. You see? Flying is a convenience. It's part of our way of transportation. It'll be a convenience for you to drop away fear of flying. And that won't be hard to do. You can do it very simply. I'm going to show you a little technique of hypnosis. You're familiar with hypnosis. You've heard of idiomotor action, of course. I have here, William James is the one that's responsible for this. William James is a very famous pioneer psychologist. He's the one that formed the theory of idiomotor action, as you probably know. Idiomotor action being that every thought, every time you think of something in the body in the form of motion, it tends to affect the inner muscles of the body themselves. In other words, and muscular tissue is not only on the outside, it's on the inside of the body as well. So really, every thought you have is producing an unconscious motor response. Therefore, if you are selling yourself an idea that you have flying, you feel the fear all through your body, and not just in your head. You just feel, I'm uncomfortable. So what we have to do now, we'll just use the process in reverse. And by using this, we can tell how you respond to idiomotor. Just take the pendulum in your hand, hold it in front of you, up in front of your eyes. Now think in your mind of it going back and forth. You use the process very well. As you watch it going back and forth, concentrate upon it and let yourself gradually become absorbed in it. And think of yourself, of your eyes getting heavy as you watch it. Think of your eyes closing down together. Think of the pendulum getting heavy in your hand and falling down to your lap. Think of your arm falling down to your lap. Think of going to sleep. Think of going to sleep exactly the same as you do every night of your life. You drift and drift and drift away, and it's gone. Now think of driving your car. You enjoy driving your car. Think of the same feeling about flying in an airplane. Let the two associate together and become one with the other. There'll be no difference inside yourself. Think that you are in control of past fears which no longer exist. Subconscious mind, listen carefully now. Deep. Subconscious mind, remove all fear of this habit of being afraid of flying. Make it just go away. Associate it with things that she feels confidence with, so she has confidence in flying. No more trepidation. Think peace when you fly. Think that your whole heart of this technique. Think of what you want to achieve, and it'll be so. You understand subconscious? Let me know. Do you accept that? All right. Subconscious says it accepts it. That's all. But further we have to go. I don't have to accept it. She, on the outside, doesn't have to accept it. The inner mind accepts it. And that's where these fear responses lie. Is the fear gone, subconscious? Let me know. All right? Let's take it away. Think of no more fear. do that, let me know. She's drifting away. I must get back and report with her. How will I get back and report with her? I press on your ears. You'll feel me again. Come in strongly. Remember now, from this time on, you will have no further fear of flying. You will find that instead of fear, you'll begin to feel just the reverse feeling and emotion. It's something that you will enjoy doing. It's exhilarating. It's very pleasurable. And it likewise is a very rapid way of getting from one place to another when you have to travel at a distance. Do you understand that, subconscious? Just let me know. All right. Are you willing to make that become her reality? All right. That's all we have to do. Let these ideas sink into your subconscious and become set there. And when you have achieved what you came to my office to achieve, you'll come back to the here and now, completely different. The old is gone, replaced with the new. And you're so glad that we had this little time together. You watch. Next time you fly, you'll have a great time. Feel better? Of course.
Excuse me for a moment. Can I just have a round of applause for Richard for organising all of this? I think.